However, these criminals with a tarnished heart of gold are a rarity. Most are the scum of the earth and evil. The majority of the anti-robbers, burglars, murderers, extortionists, drug dealers, drug lords, criminal kingpins, upper echelon gangsters, hitmen, traitors, and similar tend to be of miscreant or diabolic alignments. Of course, some are not as bad as others and can be aberrant and occasionally anarchist. Especially brutal and sadistic criminals, murderers, torturers, kidnappers, serial killers, rapists, and the worst of the worst are almost always diabolic or miscreant, occasionally aberrant. Because a character is of a good alignment, it does not make him or her a saint. Good characters can be irritating, obnoxious and arrogant, even prejudiced and full of quirks. Likewise, they may find themselves stepping outside the boundaries of the law in their quest to help others, combat evil and fight injustice. For these heroes, life and freedom are of the highest priority. Such a character can always be trusted in a life and death situation. Principled characters are, generally, the strong, moral type. The Boy Scout or do-gooder who tends to put others before himself. Superman is of principled alignment, with the highest regard for the lives and well-being of others, freedom, truth, honor, and justice. Principled characters will always attempt to work with and within the law and have a high regard for and trust of authority, as well as for life and freedom. He or she is usually compassionate, merciful, caring, cooperative, and sincere. A principled character will always keep his word, avoid lies, never kill or attack an unarmed foe, never harm an innocent, never torture for any reason, never kill for pleasure, always help others, always work within the law whenever possible, never break the law unless conditions are desperate. This means no breaking and entry, theft, torture, unprovoked assaults, etc. Respect authority, law, self-discipline, and honor. Work well in a group. Never take dirty money or ill-gotten valuables or goods. Never betray a friend. Never engage in cannibalism and finds it revolting and barbaric. Note, dirty money, including property, is money or items that belong to criminals. It doesn't matter how the money or items were gained. The hero will not touch it even if destitute. As far as he is concerned, it is blood money. Scrupulous characters value life and freedom above all else, and despise those who would deprive others of them. This type of hero is typically portrayed in many Clint Eastwood and Charles Bronson films, the character who is forced to work beyond the law, yet battles for justice, or vengeance, and the greater good of the people. They are not usually vicious or vindictive characters, but are individuals driven by injustice to right a wrong or take a bloody stand. A scrupulous character will keep his word to any other good person, lie only to people of selfish or evil alignments, never attack or kill an unarmed foe, never harm an innocent, never torture for pleasure, but may use muscle to extract information from criminals or evil characters, never kill for pleasure, always try to help others, attempt to work within the law whenever possible. Distrust authority and fear the law may not be an effective weapon against injustice and crime. However, he will try not to blatantly break the law, nor mock it. Work with groups. Never take dirty money or items. Never betray a friend. Never participate in cannibalism and finds it repugnant. Selfish alignments are not necessarily evil, but are characters who always have their own best interest and opinions in mind above all others. Unprincipled, selfish. This, basically, good person tends to be selfish, greedy, and holds his/her personal freedom and welfare above almost everything else. He dislikes confining laws and self-discipline and distrusts authority. He views the law as well-intentioned, but clumsy and ineffective. Keeping his best interests in mind, the character will always look out for himself. This tends to be an arrogant, impetuous schemer seeking the praise of millions while making a buck for himself. He is a freebooter who will do what he must to achieve his goals, stopping short of anarchy and a total disregard of the law. This guy is likely to be a vigilante or anti-hero whose intentions are good, and who tries to be fair and honest, but finds the law corrupt, slow and ineffective. Thus, he goes his own, more efficient route, at least that's how he sees it, working outside the law. The unprincipled character is also likely to take dirty money and items. Better he have it than the bad guys. He may also destroy property of known criminals or rivals. He will not deal in illegal activities, drugs, or take money from innocent or good people. The unprincipled character is the Han Solo, Star Wars, character. The guy who is always looking for the best deal, associates with good and evil characters, is continually tempted to lie and cheat, and hates himself for being loyal and helping others. Like those of good alignment, unprincipled characters would never eat the flesh of a sentient, and will be repulsed by those who do. An unprincipled character will keep his word of honor, lie and cheat if necessary, especially to those of anarchist and evil alignments. Not kill an unarmed foe, but will take advantage of one. Never harm an innocent. Not use torture unless absolutely necessary. Never kill for pleasure, will attempt to bring the villain to justice alive or ruin him. Usually help those in need. Rarely attempt to work within the law, blatantly break the law to achieve his crime-busting goal. Dislike and distrust authority, the law, and bureaucracy. Feels they have been corrupted and abused. Work with groups, especially if it serves his needs, is profitable or he's in the limelight. Take dirty money. Never betray a friend. Have a high regard for life and freedom. This type of character likes to indulge himself in everything. He is the insurgent, con artist, gambler, and high roller. The uncommitted freebooter who, if he is a hero, is likely to be in it for the thrill of danger and excitement, or fame, glory, or money rather than any cause or high ideal. This character will at least consider doing anything, if the price is right, or the challenge alluring enough. These characters are intrigued by power, glory, and wealth. Like a moth drawn to a flame, the anarchist is attracted to the lure of the impossible, dangerous, and the underdog. Life has meaning, but his own has the greatest meaning. Laws and rules infringe on personal freedom and were meant to be broken. He will not hesitate at using strong-arm techniques, breaking the law, theft, harassment, destruction of private property, and so on. This can also include acting as judge, jury, and executioner. These characters are usually those who believe the end justifies the means. He will work with good, selfish, or evil characters to attain his goals and is continually teetering between good and evil, rebelling against and bending the law to fit his needs. Mercenaries, bounty hunters, spies and thieves often fall into this category. Anarchists regard eating other intelligent characters as a pretty bad thing. Certainly, something to be ashamed of. For anarchists, cannibalism is a slippery slope. They usually start out being repulsed by the idea. An anarchist character will keep his word, lie and cheat if he feels it necessary. Not likely kill an unarmed foe, but certainly knock out, attack, or beat up an unarmed foe. Never kill an innocent. Use torture to extract information, but not likely to do so for pleasure. Seldom kill for pleasure. Not likely help someone without some ulterior motive, even if it's only to show off. Rarely work within the law unless it serves his purpose. Constantly break the law to achieve his goals. Have little respect for authority, the law, or self-discipline. Does not work well within groups. Tends to do as he pleases despite orders to the contrary. Take dirty money without hesitation. May betray a friend. All evil characters are not bent on universal genocide or domination over all living creatures. They are not all maniacal fiends actively seeking to harm innocent people. Nor are all evil characters sadistic and untrustworthy. Many evil characters may actually seem kind, trustworthy, or likable. There is nothing wrong with playing an evil character. This is fantasy, role-playing, not reality. You can play any type of character you desire, just like an actor, just continue to play in character. Evil alignments are a step beyond the self-gratification of the selfish alignments. Evil characters are ruthless individuals who are willing to say or do anything to achieve their goals. Human life has little meaning to them. Evil-aligned characters do not automatically slay any good-aligned person because of different ethics and philosophy. All the better to use good to achieve their own goals, for the end always justifies the means. The cliché that there is no honor among thieves is false when dealing with the aberrant character. This is a person who is driven to attain his goals through force, yet the aberrant character stands apart with his own personal code of ethics, although twisted ethics, by the standards of good. He expects loyalty from his minions, punishing disloyalty and treachery with a swift death or banishment. An aberrant character will always keep his word of honor and uphold any bargains. He will define his terms and live by them, whether anyone else likes it or not. As an anti-hero, he will completely disregard the law and ruthlessly deal out justice as he sees fit. He will never be cruel or vindictive. When he acts, he will strike without mercy. The aberrant character looks upon people without honor or loyalty as worthless and disgusting lowlifes to be used. Do not think of the aberrant character as a misguided good guide. They will break all laws with impunity, destroy property, cheat, lie, threaten, blackmail, batter, torture, and murder. This applies to both outright villains and so-called anti-heroes. Only their methods and degree of violence may vary. Eating the flesh of sentient creatures is a sign of weakness. From an aberrant character's point of view, the mere existence of cannibalism proves that some creatures are unworthy of his respect and meant to be cheated, used, and enslaved. While the aberrant, especially if a mutant predator, might be forced to an act of cannibalism if desperate enough, they always have an excuse for themselves and view the act as something repugnant, but necessary. Killing intelligent creatures for food is something to be avoided. An aberrant character will always keep his word of honor. He is honorable. Lie and cheat those not worthy of his respect, good, selfish, or evil. May or may not kill an unarmed foe. Never kill an innocent, particularly a child, but may harm, harass, or kidnap. Never torture for pleasure. Never kill for pleasure. Will always have a reason. May or may not help someone in need. Rarely attempt to work within the law. Break the law without hesitation. Have no use for the law or bureaucracy, but respects honor, self-discipline, and the concept of laws and order. Work with others to attain his goals. May take dirty money. Never betray a friend. This self-serving, unscrupulous character is out only for himself. It doesn't matter who gets caught in the middle, as long as he comes out smelling like a rose. This person will lie, cheat, hurt and kill anyone to attain his personal goals. If a miscreant character becomes a vigilante, mercenary, or bounty hunter, it will be for some personal reason, a vendetta, sense of power, money. If people oppose him and get in his way, they get hurt. If people don't move out of his way, bystanders will get hurt. Collateral damage is a given. The miscreant character rarely worries about innocent bystanders nor feels badly when they get hurt or killed, even if by the dozen ends. From a miscreant's point of view, especially a miscreant who happens to be a mutant predator, there is nothing really wrong with eating other sentient beings. After all, they might say, the real crime is killing. Eating the flesh of an enemy just keeps it from going to waste. When hungry, and if it doesn't look risky, the miscreant character has no problem hunting and killing intelligent creatures just for food. A miscreant character will not necessarily keep his word to anyone. Lie and cheat indiscriminately, good, evil, or selfish. Kill an unarmed foe as readily as he would a potential threat or competition. Use or harm an innocent. Will use torture for extracting information and pleasure. May kill for sheer pleasure. Feels no compulsion to help without some sort of tangible reward for him. Have no deference to the law, but will work within the law if he must. Blatantly break the law for his own goals and pleasure. Dislike and distrust authority and the law. Works with others if it will help him attain his personal goals. Take dirty money, stolen goods, and illegal items. Betray a friend if it serves his needs. have no respect or concern for the